Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode on the survival world. Now, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. It is episode 20, which is a bit of a special landmark, and so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. Now, that's not actually the original story of why I'm doing this video. Originally, it was just going to be part of a time-lapse I do during an episode, but it turned out that I got a lot of questions, and all these questions warranted its own video, so I'm going to go ahead and film a totally separate video to episode 20. So this is going to be episode 20, and what was going to be episode 20 will be episode 21. So that messes with my plans a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. I can't believe how many questions I got. I got a lot of questions, 21 comments on this 45-second video. That is a lot more. That was in about 24 hours. That is a lot more than what I used to get on videos when I did a Q&A video in the past. So yeah, that's really awesome. And again, thank you for all of these comments. I'm going to answer all of them in today's episode. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So Woodson, a long-time viewer of the channel, he was actually in the first Q&A video I ever made on this channel, which is kind of funny. But anyway, he says, how did you get into Minecraft and when did you start playing? I started playing Minecraft back in December 2011, I do believe, and that was a long time ago. I was very young then, and it was kind of the trend going around at the time. You know, it was like, oh, Minecraft is this really cool game, so, you know, I bought it and downloaded it as soon as I could. Well, my parents bought it and downloaded it, let's be honest. And, yeah, I have been playing it ever since, kind of, on and off for a bit, and then yeah, more recently it has just ramped up since, like, you know, the whole Cavecraft thing, and then went on to Tazcraft, and then all that stuff. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, let's just say that. Right, so then Jackie or Iranian Energy asks, do you enjoy YouTube, and, at least for the time being, plan on proceeding with it for a long time? Just an opinion, but I think you should have way more subscribers than you do. Have a nice day. First of all, thank you, I appreciate that, but do I enjoy YouTube? Absolutely. I'm enjoying YouTube way more than I ever have, and yeah, I'm having an absolute blast making videos on the single player series, and just, you know, making videos for the channel. It's going really, really well, people are enjoying it, I'm getting positive feedback, and it is really, really awesome. The channel's been growing a lot, and I am super happy with where the channel's going at the moment. I am more happy with how the channel's going than I've ever been. And obviously it's not all about the numbers, but I'd be lying if I said that the numbers weren't a little bit of a motivator, I would say. Speaking of motivation, Not Quite Nerds, who is another member of the iCraft server, technically 2 members, what do you do to stay motivated to play, and when you're not feeling motivated, what helps you get back into it? Also, if you're going to collaborate with someone for a video or stream, what would you most like to work on during said collaboration? Well, first of all, what do you do to stay motivated to play? I just take on new projects. Generally, my initial project is a base. I want to build a base. Obviously, my first project is a starter base, and then I work on, you know, an end game base, as I like to call it. Basically, it's a base where I can have a whole load of farms, sorting system, you know, villager stuff, iron farms, mob farms, sheep farms, honey farms, everything shoved into one area where I can just AFK at, get loads of drops of loads of different things, get all the materials I need, and bam. Once I'm done with that, well, an endgame base is something you're never really done with. It's always something you expand upon, but if I get sick of that, and, you know, if I'm not feeling motivated to do it, I guess you could say, I just go and start a new project. So, for example, on an old SMP I used to run, back when I was taking a break for that couple months, I got kind of sick of working my base. It kind of started getting boring a little bit. So what I did is I headed into a desert, and I wanted to build the most overpowered mob farm. Now, someone had already built a Wither Rose farm, and so what I did is I just dug down a chunk. I just dug a chunk into a desert, just randomly, dug it all out to bedrock, filled it up with, you know, some Wither Roses and, you know, a collection system and all that. Made a super overpowered mob farm, and then I cleared a massive area around it, kind of like the perimeter I have for the Witch Farm project currently. You know, got a few other members of the server to help me with that, and yeah, that was a really cool project that I really enjoyed doing. And so that's kind of what I do if I'm not feeling motivated. Oh, and also in terms of the collaboration, not really entirely sure. I haven't done many collaborations on this channel, to be fair. It's mostly just alone because it's easier to, I guess, manage the video and, you know, what happens in the video and stuff. I don't know. It's I don't really have a reason for not doing collaborations, to be honest. I do want to do some more collaborations. It's just I haven't really thought about them much with doing, the single player series and all that. But I do want to do collaboration streams on iCraft. I think that could be really, really cool. And I have done some in the past, but if you are interested in collaboration, then yeah, send me a Discord message. Alright, anyway, on to the next comment. Vion77 comes in with his first question, asking, here's a good question, why don't you have 50k or more subs? You deserve more than 200. Well, first of all, thank you, I appreciate that. But at the moment, the channel's going really well. The channel's growing a whole lot, and I'm really happy with how stuff is going. If the channel is just going at this path, it doesn't grow any faster or anything, I'd be perfectly fine. Not to say that I wouldn't like more growth, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is pretty much I'm content at this current point in time. And yeah, thank you to all of you guys who are, watching the videos, enjoying them. I really appreciate it. Alright, next question. Mikey asks, what is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? Winky face. Now, I would do a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference and say 42, which, obviously everybody knows. But someone already beat me to it in the replies, so yeah, 42, there it is. CarCraziness49 on YouTube asks, whereabouts are you thinking of taking the Try Depth Bear YouTube channel, and how many more times will you upload a video about an upload schedule? So, whereabouts am I thinking of taking the channel? Here. I mean, I'm probably just going to continue along the same path I am currently for quite a long time. As I said before, I'm really content with where the channel's going at the moment. I'm really enjoying making the series on the single player world, as well as doing the occasional tutorial, and you guys seem to be really enjoying it as well, which is really, really awesome. So I think I'm just going to continue along that path, to be fair. And in terms of how many more videos I'm going to make on an upload schedule, I understand they're not the most entertaining videos in the world. I feel like I have to make them, but I guess I probably don't, to be honest. Yeah, so how many more times will I make a video about it? No idea, but probably not in the near future at least. Right, so Woodson comes in with his second question asking, also, how did you come up with the name Try Depth Bear? Now, this is kind of an interesting story, I guess you could say. My old username for everything used to be BBB. Obviously, it's not anymore, and I decided I wanted to change the name to something else because I kind of got sick of that name. I don't know. I just wanted to change it. I'm not one to change my name very often. I've only changed my Minecraft username once, I do believe. But I decided to change it, and what I changed it to was I wanted to do something like, this is when Jacksepticeye was getting really popular and PewDiePie and all that kind of stuff. And I noticed a little bit of a pattern with the names. Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, 3 words shoved into one. So I wanted to emulate that with my username because I wanted to do a similar type channel. Which is, a gaming channel, but I uploaded other things as well. So I thought of 3 random words. That is literally how I came up with this name. I thought of 3 random words, Try Depth Bear, and then I put them all together and changed the try to a TRI, and I didn't know how to spell depth. So that's essentially how my name came along. It's a bit of a weird story, but I guess it's got a story behind it, so, The Game Mash channel, also known as, Game Mash, my friend George in real life says, will you make a Wither Skelly farm? Short answer is yes, in the relatively near future. Relatively being the strong word there. In order to make a good Wither Skeleton farm, I would have to make a Wither Rose farm, and in order to make that, you need to get the Wither in the end dimension under one of the end gateways and stuff, and it's kind of difficult to set up from what I know. I haven't actually built one before. And apparently it sometimes destroys the obsidian blocks, which is a bit dodgy, but short answer, yes, I definitely want to make one. Just, it probably won't happen anytime soon. Maybe while I'm building my endgame base or something like that, I'm not entirely sure, but I do want to end up building one at some point. Xander D. Beer, which I probably pronounced horribly, I apologize if I butchered that name. He asked how to make the water streams in your Guardian farm. So, for reference, I made a 1.15 Guardian farm tutorial. He commented on that as well. I can't remember whether I replied. If I didn't, I apologize. But anyway, I have a tutorial, a block-by-block tutorial on my second channel, which is linked in the description of that video. So, yeah, if you want to see how to do the water streams, you can go ahead and watch that block-by-block tutorial. goes through all the details of that. Also, I have a world download, so if you want to go to the world download, it's also in the description and the top comment. So yeah, if you want a world download or a block by block tutorial, take your pick. Yeah, either one. Coffee Pie from Mind Cafe asks, what is your favorite mini game? Now that's kind of a hard one, to be fair. I don't play mini games a whole lot, but I would probably have to say that Speedy Builders on Mineplex has to be my favorite. I haven't played too much of it. Well, I don't play too many mini games, but probably simply because of I'm kind of decent at it. I'm not great at most mini games, but when it comes to Speedy Builders, I can build pretty speedily, and I guess I have a decent memory for that. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so yeah, I'd probably have to say that is my favorite mini game. Vion77 asks his second question. He has 3 in total here. Will you rejoin TazCraft? Short answer is no, I won't. That is because, well, time is limited. So if you're not familiar with my relationship with TazCraft, I guess I used to be on the server back in Season 1, Season 2 of TazCraft, and I left about halfway through Season 2 because there weren't really many active people on the server, and I decided to join Unknown Empire for about a week, and then realized it wasn't really the server for me. And at around about the same time, I got an invitation to iCraft, and I decided to join iCraft. So, in terms of rejoining TazCraft, it's gone into a Season 3 now, and I probably won't end up rejoining TazCraft. I'm pretty sure I've told him a few times, to be honest, but yeah, I probably won't end up rejoining TazCraft, simply because I just don't really have the time. Between making these videos twice a week on, the single-player series, and also, I'm on iCraft, obviously, I've also got a private server between me and some of my real life friends where we're playing on the new snapshots. And yeah, I've been playing on that a decent amount and stuff as well, so yeah, I don't really have the time, as well as I don't really want to invest all that time into a whole new SMP. So yeah, nothing personal, just don't really want to invest more time into a new SMP. Vion77 asks his third and final question, and he says, what is your name? My real name is Ben, but I'd prefer if you call me Try Online, I guess, I don't know. TNTian, who is another owner, I'm not an owner, he's one of the owners of TazCraft, he asks, favorite farm, ? My favorite farm would probably have to be a villager breeder, to be honest. I know it sounds kind of odd, right, a villager breeder, but I really like villager breeders because there's a number of reasons why. So the first reason is they're relatively easy to build. You need to transfer villagers from a village, and that's always exciting, taking them through the nether and stuff. You got to dig a tunnel to them, so they're not super easy to make, and you need to set them up, and historically I've kind of designed my own in a way, and obviously I like farms that I design my own for. So yeah, I've designed my own villager breeder a few times for a number of different worlds, one of them being the single player series that I'm doing on my channel currently, as well as on TazCraft Season 2, when 1.14 first came out, as well as another private SMP that I did. And villager farms are just that much better now because they used to suck back in, 1.13 and below, because I could never build them. I tried so many times to build villager breeders, and not once did it work, and now that it works like almost every time you get so many villagers, it just makes it that much better, so yeah. Another thing I really like with villager breeders is that they branch out into a whole bunch of different things. So first of all, you can make iron farms, which are so overpowered, it is not even funny. You get so much iron from those things, and obviously you need villagers for that, and in order to do that you need to make a villager breeder. As well as villager trading. It's a really important part of the Minecraft, progression now, that now more than ever you need villagers to progress through the game. Especially since they are nerfing AFK fish farms a lot in the next snapshots, which if you haven't seen. Yeah, unfortunately they will be nerfing those, but yeah, villager breeders definitely have to be up there with some of my favorite farms. There's a lot of motivation to build them very early on in the game, and they're relatively enjoyable to build, setting up little systems for them and stuff. I really like villager breeders, what can I say? Okay, and then finally, Sydney World of Cars, or Angus, asks, you probably already knew this comment was coming when you posted it, but will you ever build an automatic kelp farm? Yeah, I did see this coming. Now, for reference, I'm going to show a comment chain of a whole bunch of comments on previous videos that he's made asking about kelp farms. It's a bit of an inside joke, I guess you could say. But will I end up building a kelp farm? I'm going to answer this seriously and honestly. Probably yes. I probably actually will end up building a kelp farm. Probably not the answer you were expecting, right? But yeah, I probably will actually end up building a kelp farm, in the relatively distant future. Relatively being the key word there. I probably won't end up building it, during the witch farm project or whatever, but in my final base, I kind of want to do it as a fuel source if, I end up if I can't use sticks from the witch farm and stuff like that, or I can't use bamboo, I might make a bamboo farm instead. I don't know. Not entirely sure on that one, but yeah. Will I end up building an automatic kelp farm? Probably at some point, yes. Another funny thing to note is that my friend from real life, Oren, says he better make the largest one that self-fuels, otherwise it would be a pointless vid. I mean, like a 4-hour stream and having it cover like 3 chunks. Will it be that big? No, I can almost guarantee it won't be that big. But, and I probably won't do it on a 4-hour stream. I mean, covering 3 chunks, that's a lot to do in 4 hours. I do have to say, I don't know, maybe it would be possible. 3 chunk % kelp building farm speedrun. And go. World record has to be in 4 hours. So yeah, that is all of the comments except for one which I don't really want to answer because I've answered it in real life with him, and plus it would take a lot to explain. But anyway, that is all of the comments, all of the questions answered, from a video titled I Need Questions. So yeah, I hope that answered everyone's questions, and if you want me to do more Q&A videos, if you have more questions to ask, let me know in the comments. And I probably will end up doing another Q&A video. Maybe this could be a thing we do every 20 episodes or, more or less. Not entirely sure. That would be every 10 weeks. So, it's still relatively special. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And it was a bit of a different one, but yeah. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled episode for next episode. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.